A man who fired multiple rounds of gunfire at a Providence police officer will face a judge tomorrow.
It all started early this morning when the officer was responding to a domestic violence call. The suspect, Louis Roman, then opened fire.
A shelter in place was called for the area of Canton Street as a standoff began. Ramos then allegedly took off and was on the run for hours before being taken into custody.
12 News reporter Chelsea Jones is live at the scene now with the latest reaction from neighbors and city officials. Chelsea?
Mike, Shannon, a couple of people that I spoke with today say this neighborhood is overall a great place to live, but they say the recent violence the city is seeing is something that needs to be addressed and fixed. A barrage of bullets waking up this neighborhood around 4:15 Wednesday morning.
It certainly highlights the crime, the increase in crime that we're all witnessing here.
Police say while responding to a domestic violence call, Louis Roman fired several shots at an officer. One of those bullets striking this car, you can see evidence marker A right above the bullet hole on the hood, and another inches away from the driver's window. Police believe after those shots were fired, the officer called for backup. At that point, police say Roman escaped through the back door and a manhunt ensued. Roman later surrendered.
My neighbors are terrified. There's a lot of little kids that live in my neighborhood. We have dog walkers on the parkway. 5 o'clock in the morning, they were like, what is going on?
This comes right after an emergency city council meeting was held Tuesday night. The council asking PPD for a citywide public safety plan following the spike in recent violence.
We can't deny we have a problem. Crime is out of control. We have people being stabbed, shootings, ATV incidents. Every night something happens.
Local business owner William Manzo says he's lived here his whole life and is frustrated with the uptick in crime.
We do not have, and I am not exaggerating, a speck of problems in this neighborhood. Never had a car broken into, nothing.
He believes the community will stand strong despite what the city is experiencing.
I really don't think it's going to change the tide and the strength of the people in the Mount Pleasant area who have been here for years.
Now, police say if those bullets were any inches higher, that officer that responded could have lost his life. The police, along with Councilman Ryan, even the mayor, are commending that officer's actions, saying that the outcome couldn't have been any better. We're live in Providence. I'm Chelsea Jones, 12 News.
Of course, this happened hours after Providence police say a 31-year-old man shot at a police officer early this morning, leading to a standoff.
That suspect is now in custody. He's accused of firing a high-powered rifle, hitting the officer's cruiser and just missing the officer inside.
12 News reporter Chelsea Jones talked to a city councilor who lives in the neighborhood. Chelsea joins us live with the councilor's reaction and what we know about the suspect. Chelsea?
Well, Shannon, Mike, a councilwoman, Joanne Ryan, lives just up the street. She says she was awakened to at least 10 terrifying shots. And then when she got outside, she was met with a heavy police presence here at this home on Canton Street.
It was a rat-a-tat-tat, and it was loud. After a 3.5-hour meeting, I was a little tired. I wake up this morning, and that's how I started my day.
The time is 4:15 Wednesday morning. Police were called to this home on Canton Street for domestic violence. The situation quickly escalating when police say this man, Louis Roman, fired several shots at a Providence police officer.
We almost lost a police officer today, and that is truly a reality.
Thankfully, that wasn't the case. Right now, you're looking at a Providence police cruiser struck with a bullet hole.
6 inches higher, 3 inches to the left. It goes right through the driver's windshield, and he takes it probably right in the chest. That's how fortunate and how lucky we are today.
Police say after those shots were fired, the cop pulled away and called for backup. At that point, police believe Roman escaped through the back door and a manhunt ensued. Roman surrendered later in the morning on Sears Avenue.
My neighbors are terrified. There's a lot of little kids that live in my neighborhood. We have dog walkers on the parkway. 5 o'clock in the morning, they were like, what is going on?
In an emergency city council meeting, the council asked PPD for a citywide public safety plan following the spike in recent violence.
We can't deny we have a problem. Crime is out of control. We have people being stabbed, shootings, ATV incidents. Every night something happens.
Now, Roman is set to be in court tomorrow. No word yet on the charges that he will face, but Providence police say he's no stranger to them and he's been on their radar with prior gun convictions. Live in Providence tonight, I'm Chelsea Jones, 12 News.